Hello, thank you for watching. Hi, my name is Sandy Crane and I'm the owner of Neo Nappy Upcycles. I thought I'd just do a little video because shoot, everybody else is doing videos, so I figured I can do video too. Matter of fact, I can do probably a lot of videos. But before I really get started, this video, I don't want to get off track. Today's video is not going to be very long, I hope, but basically it's just going to be addressing how to deal with bullying when the bullying is coming from you. Or basically you're hard on yourself, low self-esteem, struggling with issues. You know, I surely can't be the only person that's dealt with self-esteem issues, especially on the low side, in the past. At the time of this video being made, I'm 50 years old, 50 years and about a month old. So to let you know how old I am, I'm just telling you that because I've been struggling with esteem issues, self-esteem issues, pretty much my entire life. So just for the sake of, for filming's sake, I have invited my alter ego onto my video set with me today. And her name is Sybil Sand. Here she is, see? Even looks kind of like me, doesn't she? But the problem with Sybil Sand is I gotta check her right off the bat, okay? So here's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll tell you why. I'm having to tape her mouth shut. Because trust me, I believe and I understand that you know that I know that that mannequin head is not a real person. It doesn't speak or anything. I'm using it for the purpose of filming, to give you an idea of how sometimes the person that you look at here in the mirror, of course you don't have a mirror, but if you want to go grab one, that's okay. Just peer in it for a second and you is who you see in that mirror. And I've always struggled with her, the lady in the mirror, because sometimes she's really mean to me. So by me telling Sybil Sand to shut the hell up, because she said nobody was going to even watch this video, but she's wrong, because if nobody else looks at it, I'm going to rewind and look at it my own self. So now, and you know, as a disclaimer, what I'm putting in this video is just my opinion, not Facebook, not YouTube. It's just me sharing a little bit about myself briefly on how I'm dealing with that self-esteem issue and that mean lady in the mirror. First of all, I had to shut her up, shut her down, so that I could start beginning to think more positively and changing how I do things. Because you know that if you keep doing the same thing over and over the same way, the results are not going to change. We all know that. Most of us know that, or we've experienced that in our lives. So that's been my experience. So I'm like, okay, it's time to make some changes. And most folks say, oh, just get a good man or have a great job or yada, 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 whatever. But I'm not talking about that. And this is not a religious video where I'm just telling you to go to church and pray about it. I'm talking about deep inner issues that whether you go to church or not, that sometimes you have those days where it's just like you feel like, ugh. But what I've been able to do, maybe in the last year or so, I made some conscious decisions to say that I, Sandy, I am good enough. I'm a beautiful black woman. I'm a Nubian queen, and I decided to learn more about where I come from, Africa. And this is a journey. This is going to be kind of like a video diary, not where I'm trying to give advice. I'm not a doctor, have not been to school for any of that kind of stuff. My books come from the library mostly, and I don't have a degree in anything except for maybe hard knock school, hard-headed school, get it together school. I maybe have degrees in all those, probably big degrees, doctorates, summa cum laudes, whatever. Okay, so anyway, I don't want to just ramble on about nothing, but here's what I started to do to feel better about myself. The first thing I decided to do was to make a conscious decision that I was going to do something to change my life and my viewpoint of life, because life is short, life is fragile, we know that. Like a flame in front of a fan. If the flame is going and the fan is too strong, it's gone. And I'm like, I can't keep wasting time and being sad and being unhappy. Some folks may say, well, go to a doctor and get some happy medicine and be happy all the time. But that's not who I am either. That's not who I want to be. I want to consciously make a decision to know that I am peaceful with the world and with myself. So, but that's maybe probably 3 things that I begin to do that I'm still working on, work in progress like anybody, that I decided I was going to do. Number 1 was stop being so hard on myself and letting that mean, hateful bitch in the mirror be mean to me. Stop letting her bully me. And once I begin doing that, just every day I just feel so much better, making positive affirmations that I wasn't going to let myself be beat up by myself. Because, the brain is powerful. We know that. And the brain can tell you some things that aren't even true, that aren't even real. And unless you can reprogram, you're going to continue to be bullied from yourself and from other outside forces and people and whatnot. So I decided that I got to find a way to be able to manage and cope better with life in itself. So another thing I began to do was to change how I pray. Because I don't care if you are Christian, Muslim, if you are into Orisha, or whatever you might be into, whatever your belief system is. I started to change how I pray, whether it's audible prayers or in my mind. They all start now to begin with thank you. For whatever it is, thank you. Thank you, God. Or whatever by the name you want to call him or her, thank you. I started saying prayers of thanks instead of prayers of gimme, 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 and how come I want this and I want that. And that's only been in the last maybe couple of months where I feel so much better every day because I'm trying to find something to be thankful for. And it shouldn't be hard to do. It's not hard to do. Thank you for my breath this morning. Thank you for the snow outside, even though I'm not that fond of the snow. Thank you for that snow. Thank you for food, shelter, and clothing. The list can go on and on. So just, for me, I begin to try to change my paradigm of how I think. To be thankful instead of being grumpy about what I wish I had. Wish I had a newer car. Wish I had a newer this. Wish I had bigger breasts. Whatever kind of issue that I might wake up with that day, I try to change the paradigm of how I'm thinking and be thankful. So all my prayers now begin with thank you for whatever it is. Because if God, we say we believe that God knows what we already want, so why am I always begging for something? Why I gotta keep begging for everything if God already knows what's good for me, what I need, and what I want? So I started saying thank you. Thank you for whatever I can think of when I wake up in the morning, during the course of my day, and before I lay down at night. I just try to say prayers of thanks. And that's all. No more gimme, 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 gimme. Okay, so on to the next thing. I mentioned before, I wanted to learn more about my history and things. But incorporated with that, I started reading it again. But also with my self-esteem issues, I just try to do things that I like. And I like to read, and I like to watch movies and stuff. And as you might be able to hear in the background, I'm playing some music that I like. Some reggae dub, because it's calming. I like to burn incense. I try to meditate sometimes, even though I've kind of fallen off the wagon on my meditation. But I plan on getting back into that because breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth is calming for me. And if you're naturally kind of a nervous person, learning how to breathe, at least it has been key for me. So I'll share with you some things that I've been doing lately. Been trying to write down stuff, in my little journal book. I use it kind of like a journal / diary / agenda book. So, whatever. Keeps me on point to try to keep my life on track a little bit better instead of just chaotic and be getting thrown here and there, from here and there. I also like watching movies and stuff, so I got some movies I want to show you that I love. One I'm spending a lot of time on right now is this Hidden Colors. It's a series. See that? By brother Tariq Nasheed, I believe his name is. If I can spell his name right, say his name right. Yeah, Tariq Nasheed. Basically, this is a series of videos, like documentaries, that talk about black people. If you're brown like me, of any shade, brown, darker, lighter, at some point in your history, you are from Africa, as we all are, but we really are. I love Underworld. I got the whole collection. I love, of course, my boy Bob Marley, my man Bob Marley. I love the movie Love Jones. And you say, why are you showing me these movies? I don't care. No, why not? You know, I'm just sharing what I like to do. You want to go back to some old blaxploitation? Superfly. Brother Priest. My favorite too is Avatar. I love Avatar and the blue faces. I love to do some reading and stuff. Let's see if you have a hobby. Read about your hobbies. Big ass book of crafts. Why not? Just talks about all kinds of junk, you know. I haven't actually read it. I got it from the Goodwill. Volumes 1 and 2 for like a quarter. Just find something to do that keeps you engaged. Aside from working on the plantation or doing things that you have to do, find some stuff that you want to do. I like this book too. Even though I haven't played around with it much yet, I plan to. And who knows, you might even see it, some at the She event or whatever I'm doing soon, okay? I also like reading books like this. Because reading is fundamental. It does help sometimes. Some people, for them, you know, good old Word of God Bible, if you're a Christian. Amazing stories of life, liberty, and war, and everything else you want to find out there is in the Bible. And for those who believe it, the story of salvation as well. But whatever you're into. I'm reading this book right now, Understanding Jim Crow. Learning about history and our people. And the come up, and sometimes the come back down. I'm also reading this book, Black Labor, White Wealth. Talking about money, economics. Because I do believe now, and I'm understanding that it's really important to know where I'm from, even though I haven't taken the DNA test yet. I might sometime, but I mean, I know at some point, because of my melanated skin, that I'm of African descent at some point down the line. So for me, it's how I'm keeping myself hinged, as I like to say. And you know, I try to smile more. See? You know, even when I don't feel like smiling, I try to smile because I've been told and I've read that smiling just makes you feel better. Even if you don't have anything that you think you can smile about, I try to smile just because it's a good thing to do. I try to say good things to myself. I try to say good things to other people. And I think by me sharing that kind of a spirit, trying to just to feel better, to emanate a better spirit within myself. And like I say, this is going to be an ongoing process, and I'm sure if anyone understands what I'm talking about, I don't care how much prayer and how much church or how much meditation you do, there's going to be bad days. This is part of life. But what I'm trying to do is manage how I deal with those rough days so that I can still come out on top and feel good. And I enjoy talking. I've never done a video before, so to speak, of this nature, but I decided, you know, why not? Because somebody else might feel me, understand what I'm talking about. You know, I hope that you might like it and maybe share it. But I'm going to put a video out there every now and then, you know, like once a week, whenever I get a chance to, when I'm not so busy doing all the things I just told you about, doing my crafts, my hobbies, chilling to some music, you know, a little reggae, maybe a glass of wine or something like that. Or if you don't do wine, you know, a cup of Pepsi or just some nice ice cold water. I'm trying to just really appreciate life more and not take things for granted because, like I said earlier in this video, life is short, but it can become more sweet. So thanks for watching. Hope it wasn't too long for you. Hope you enjoyed the little reggae in the background. You know, that's what I like. You know, I can't smoke blunts at this time because, you know, the job I have right now, you know, they won't allow. But when I retire, oh yeah, it's going to be on by then. But you know what I'm saying? Enjoy your day. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Sandy of Neo Nappy Upcycles. And as down the road when I do another video, I'll tell you about Neo Nappy Upcycles. But right now, I just wanted to tell you about what I'm doing to fight against that alter ego. Because, you know, if any of you understand what I'm saying, sometimes she can be a bitch. But I'm learning how to tame that side of me. So, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bless.